Hey everyone, welcome to Practically Tactical on Target, brought to you by the Firearms Radio Network. Practically Tactical on Target is a show dedicated to sharing with you some of the best products or services in the firearms industry. Don't forget to listen to the Practically Tactical show here on the Firearms Radio Network as well. New episodes drop every Sunday. For more information on Practically Tactical and on Target, please visit our new fancy website at practicallytactical.com. On this episode, we're talking with Andrew from Thyrm, as his voice should sound familiar to everybody out there for being on earlier. But Andrew, dude, thanks for coming on, man, and talking about your new product.
Good morning. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it is early for us.
Yeah.
So we apologize for anything we say wrong because that could happen.
It will happen. Yeah,
it will happen. So if you guys haven't, go back a couple on targets, and we did one with Andrew from Thyrm on the switchback. So please go check that out. And then I want to say right before SHOT Show, you came out with the Cell Vault, right?
Yeah, that's right. We launched it. It went live actually during the SHOT Show, and so yep, it's been going great.
So, and this is a little less kind of gear centric, but I think this is a really cool piece of kit. Especially the design you did on this was absolutely outstanding. I actually have one in my hand right here. Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
And I actually had batteries in this until I actually had to use them. But can you tell us a little bit about this and where this came from? Because this is one of those things I look at and I'm like, oh, I should have thought of this idea.
Thanks. That's the highest compliment in product design sometimes. So appreciate that. Yeah. So we designed the switchback and obviously took that. In the process of designing it, we went to a ton of low light courses. After we launched it, we went to even more to kind of just get the word out. And one of the common themes was batteries. So you're in the middle of an 8-hour course. That's when your EOTech or your weapon light or whatever is going to go down. And half the time, people either had like some gigantic spares carrier or something that was just bloated inside their gear, or they were running back to their car or whatever. So after a while, especially when it started happening to us, and we'd have a light go down, and we'd be like, "Hey, excuse me, I gotta go." So realizing, well, nobody really has a great way to carry batteries, and they don't have a way to get them that doesn't involve like taking off the rucksack or getting to the general purpose pouch on the back of their belt or whatever. And so we sort of said, all right, well, how could we add some capability, not a ton of capability. We're not trying to give you like 40 CR123As, but just enough that you can kind of like re-up a standard AR. Let's say 2 batteries in the light and 1 in the EOTech, or configure it however you want, the Princeton Tech headlight or whatever. And so but I didn't want to do it in a way where we people had to start moving their primary mags around and add all this, make all this extra space on their gear. It was like, how can we make this as tiny as possible so that you don't even have to mess around and start getting the pliers out to move the molly around. You can just slip this right on. And I should say one last thing is that this idea actually kind of spawned from Alan Lambertson, who's a Stockton police officer. This guy we worked with as we were designing up both the switchback with Costa and then later. And he just sort of said, I don't have a way to carry batteries, and I really need one because I'd be on patrol, and my light will go down, and I'm kind of stuck going to like the crappy little backup one I keep on my keychain or whatever. So he said, we got to fix this, and I'm sick of duct taping or electrical taping a couple together. So he really spawned it, and then we kind of moved through that whole sort of struggle of the low light courses, and then we just started designing.
No, and I can tell you did some awesome things on this that I would like to point out because there's things I noticed right away. Number one, it just takes up 1 strip of molly, which is awesome. Because I actually have it on my plate carrier that's hung up over there.
Right on.
And then you made it to where the batteries don't fall out when you open it. That is the biggest thing to me, because if you see right here, for those that aren't watching YouTube, so when you actually pop this open and it opens in towards like what would be on your chest, for example, my carrier, but you have the lid and then the rear little kind of mounting bracket there. So literally, then you can actually get under there and grab it and go. But secondly, I would like to point out as a former EOTech owner, this is if you own an EOTech, you literally have to own one of these. You have to, because
one for everyone. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for all my EOTech friends out there, I don't have my EOTech anymore, but when I did, you have to carry spare batteries on that thing, because I think I have like 4 or 5 hours of runtime on my EOTech, which is not even one training class. So no, this is just a real. I'm assuming it's made out of like the same product as the switchback.
Yeah, same base material. It doesn't have as much glass fibers in it, so it's a little squishier, if you will. But yeah, nylon 6.6. If there's material geeks out there,
it doesn't feel squishy at all, and it actually comes in. It's very light as well. What is this? Just a couple ounces?
I've never actually put it on the scale, but yeah, very light. And you're right. It's not squishy, but it's just not as insanely stiff and sort of almost metal like the switchback was.
Okay, and it's also waterproof, right?
Yep, we tested it down to 2 meters and with no issues. So that's IPX8 or whatever you want, submersible, and just looking for a deeper body of water to test it further. Who's got a deeper pool?
And then with this too is, we're talking about batteries, but I think one of the really cool things about this is, even if you're not into guns and you're not a big gear dude, this is a really cool camping utility or a hiking utility. You could put anything. If you like sriracha and you want to take sriracha with you every single where you go, you could put it in here and carry it with you.
Yep, that's exactly right. Yeah, we sort of expanded it from the CR123s to being able to carry. The reason it's oval in its shape, if you look at it from the end on, you can see that it's not circular; it's oval. Yep, there you go. And that was so you can fit AAA batteries side by side. So you can fit 4 AAAs. You can fit a couple of AA's in it also. So you got some options there. And then, like for instance, I have an SLR, and when I go take pictures, it writes to 2 SD cards inside the camera. When I'm then traveling, I take one of those SD cards out of the camera. I pull out the tiny micro portion of the SD card and I throw it in the cell vault. So I've got a waterproof, completely bomb-proof storage ability that's completely separate of the camera. So if I lose my camera, someone steals my camera, I've still got all the shots from the shoot. So
okay,
it's sort of like, and it's been that way now for a few months, where it's like every time I turn around, I'm like, oh, I can use the cell vault for that, or I can use the cell vault for that. And just you keep finding uses for a little waterproof storage item that can clip onto stuff, I guess.
Yeah, no, I have one on my plate carrier again, which will be just for batteries. Because my goal is to just throw the what's the thin circle batteries that all the red dots use?
2032 maybe.
Yeah,
Yep.
I haven't put that battery in yet, but I'm assuming it's going to fit in here this way. I don't know yet. I should probably test that. But no, I ran my AAA's in here for my Howard lights when we were out shooting, and yeah, it freaking works. It's great. It's a small little thing that I just look at. I'm like, that was my $1 million idea, and it's gone. It's just, it's gone.
I hope it's $1 million idea. We'll see. We got a ways to go.
And then you also sell these in a bunch of different colors too, right?
Yep. Yeah, we've got them in flat dark earth or tan, whatever you want to call that, urban gray, olive drab, black, and then blazing rescue orange, as you can see here. So you definitely have your options there.
Okay. So again, these are just like your other products. They're priced fantastic at just $20. And you actually were kind enough to give us a discount code for the Cell Vault and the Thyrm for both. Can we push it with both?
It'll work with both. Yep.
All right. So if you guys go to Thyrm, so let me get the spelling here, THYRM.com. There's be a link in the show notes. And if you use code PRACTAC10, you get 10% off your order. So you can go pick up a Cell Vault or 2. And if you guys want to go back and listen to the Switchback and order one of those as well, the code will work for that. So here's a question, though, since social media is so amazing. What have you seen people put in these? Have you seen anything good yet?
I've been almost scared to put that post out like, hey, show us what you put in your cell vault, right? Or it's almost like, oh dear God, how much editing and moderating am I going to have to do on that one? But no, actually, it's funny. I really should ask that question because I know I get more of that in just verbal feedback or in, through our emails and things like that. That they really like it for, like, the memory card thing was one we didn't expect. But or a chapstick. Everyone sort of says Skittles. It'll fit 33 Skittles. Our manufacturer figured that out, so that's probably the best so far.
Well, if you need that emergency sugar pick me up,
That's right.
but something what I really liked with this is with being waterproof and a quick attach. A long time ago, I actually went and bought an old marine hiking bag, or I don't even know what part of the marine one is. It has some molly on it. It's what I use for my camping bag because it's really big and it's super cheap.
Cool.
I want to put some of my camping stuff, so like waterproof matches or regular matches put in here, fire starting stuff, like emergency type of stuff. You can just throw it in here, throw it on the bag, and leave it, and you know that it's kept safe, warm, dry, not warm, and you're good to go. I think there's just so many awesome uses beyond just the gun and the cool tactical stuff we talk about. This is great for a lot of just regular everyday applications that, again, you can just throw it on or throw it in your car, put it anywhere, and it's waterproof and it's good to go and it's protected.
Yeah, yeah. I think one of the ones that I really liked was that in addition to the clip where you can get it on Molly, you've got some attachment points on the top and the bottom, so you can tie it to things or clip it to things. And I think meds is another place where if you've got someone who's got a critical, whether it's temporary or permanent, they may need to always have their meds at hand. And so if they can clip that onto their gear and just have it available, they don't have to worry about whether the pills got crushed or got wet, and they're always there when they need them.
No, that's a great point. And yeah, I see now on the top here, you can put lanyards on the top or bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, then throw it in your car and you're good to go. This is just a really cool product that, yeah, I wish I would have thought of this, but that's the way it is for everything with me, sir. But no, very cool. And again, it's very affordable. People can pick a couple up, and yeah, you can throw it on your plate carrier like me. You can throw it in a bag. There's tons of different bags out now. This was actually featured in a video. We did the Sentinel Concepts new backpack, and Steve Fisher had this in his bag. And there were a couple people they're like, we saw that. What is that? Like, that was the cell vault. Go check it out.
Right on. Yep. Yeah, we hooked up with him at the SHOT Show and just like filled his pockets with cell vaults.
He has big pockets. I can tell you that right now.
That's right.
But no, again, it's just one of those really cool things that, and it sounds kind of stupid, but set it and forget it. You can put your emergency stuff in there, put it where you want it, and you don't have to worry about it, and it's good to go when you need it. Yep. I think that's the best thing about this product.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that's definitely what we were going for.
Did a good job, man, as always with all your products.
Appreciate it.
So again, guys, please go check out the On Target we did on the Switchback for all you, for everybody. Hopefully everybody carries a flashlight. We highly recommend. We're having a review coming out on that soon here, but we really love the Thyrm, the Switchback by Thyrm. And then, of course, now check out their new product, the Cell Vault, a really cool just utility type of product. And again, use code PRACTAC10 to get 10% off your order at therm.com, THYRM. So, Andrew, thanks for coming on and showing this and sending us one. I really appreciate it, man. Very cool. And you seem to be coming out with new products. You got anything else coming? What else you got coming on out here?
Yeah, I'll give you guys a little teaser. We've got a ways to go on this one, but I have a love-hate relationship with tactical belts. We had the Riggers belt, the Wilderness Instructor belt forever, and then we started getting these stiffer 1.5 inch belts, which are great. The Aries Gear stuff, and some of the companies that have come along. I lust after the Mean Gene leather belts. But there's some things that I really hate about them, and so we're working hard with a couple kind of business partners to see if we can't figure out a belt that really does work well, almost like if you put on a dress belt or a regular belt, a non-tactical belt, there's a lot of great things about that. And I really want to see if we can essentially merge the two together. So you've got, the comfort aspects of one with the stiffness of the other, and you're not trying to assemble it onto your pants every time, where you're having to take buckles on and off just to actually use it. And so
Well,
we'll see where we go with
I'm
that.
gonna give you my request right here, because I had this conversation with Jesse just last week. Is come out with a belt that I can use on dress pants, but I can still carry a gun in.
All right, cool.
That's you figured that out, and you're gonna at least sell one. So
right on. Yeah, you're realizing that that's the nice part about the belts and stuff like that, is that you can literally kind of build out a few of them and kind of see how they sell. And so yeah, you may just sell one, and that's not like the end of the world. Whereas with if the cell vault had been a bomb, I'd be out tons of money for the injection molds and everything else. So I'm actually looking forward to you can dip your toe in it versus having to just completely cannonball into the party. So
well,
right on.
For me, dude, the cell vault is a hit. I absolutely love this thing. It's affordable and it's functionable. And again, you just throw it in where you want it and leave it and you're good to go. But no, man, thanks for coming on. A pleasure as always having you on and giving us a little hint about what's coming up, because I'm excited now.
Right on. Cool. Yeah, appreciate it. It's great to be on the podcast.
No. And so for everybody out there, for our listeners out there, if you know of a company that should be featured on Practically Tactical on Target, if so, email me, nick@practicallytactical.com. Also, if you guys haven't, go check out our new fancy schmancy website. That's all redesigned and looks fantastic. So please go ahead and check that out. And again, you can go to the website and then check out the show notes, and the discount code for Thyrm.com will be on there, PracTac 10% off. And again, for all those out there, please check out all the shows here on the Firearms Radio Network by visiting firearmsradio.tv/iTunes. So until next time, thanks for listening.